Hi, everybody. I'm Tim Donnelly, play-by-play voice of the Charlotte Rush. It is our post-game show on this Sunday, November the 3rd. We're in the coach's office of the Charlotte Rush, breaking down all the happy totals of the Charlotte Rush premiere this weekend as the Rush got two big wins over the Charleston Colonials. Now let's bring in the head coach and general manager of the Charlotte Rush premiere, Trevor Jewell. Well, Trevor, we found ourselves in a really big game on Saturday night, 1-1. Going into the final minute and a half before Alex Davis got you a power play goal, but critiqued the whole game for us last night.
Well, first of all, I think on our end, there wasn't enough energy. We didn't play the way we wanted to. Our puck management was bad. We didn't get pucks deep. We were turning pucks over on the offensive blue line and on the defensive blue line. Our D zone was a little bit sporadic. I think our PK was okay, but at the same time, we were taking inconvenient penalties throughout the game as well. So I think we beat ourselves for the most part as far as that. But kudos to their goalie. Their goalie played phenomenal, and he stopped everything you could see him. We didn't have anybody going to the net. We didn't have anybody screening the front of the net. So we made it easy for him. But at the same time, he played well. So I'll give him credit there. But our guys know what they need to do every game, and I think sometimes we try to get a little too creative and a little too cute. And with as much skill as we have in the room, it sometimes becomes a problem. But again, not taking anything away from them. Their goalie stood on his head and played well.
And your goalie did too. Luke Fox, what a game for him last night. Made a lot of big saves, but Trevor, none bigger than that breakaway attempt late in the third period that could have given them a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, he stood on his head there. I think he had one little shaky goal that he gave up at the end of the second there, but he played well. He's been very consistent for us the past 2 weeks, and I'm very happy to see Luke step up and play his game that I know he can play. So, and our guys responded, and they won a game for him, and he stepped up and helped to win a game for us. So, very happy with his play.
All right, and then today, the Rush with a big 9-2 win over the Charleston Colonials. And, Trevor, you're always stressing fast starts, and the Rush got 3 goals in the first 5 minutes, so you had to be happy with that.
Yeah, obviously, I think you build an early lead, and that just in case anything might happen down the line there, which we did give up a couple, in the second. So, very happy with our good start, but at the same time, we got to make sure we continue play for a full 60 minutes, and I thought we took the second period off for about half that period, and it cost us.
A lot of big offensive performers today for the Charlotte Rush. Caden Halverson had 2 goals and an assist. Matt Minerva 2 goals and an assist. And Philip Shimyakin had 3 helpers. So all of those guys really contributing offensively.
Yeah, I mean, those are, Caden and Matt, they're 2 guys we brought in to help us win some hockey games and kind of solidify our roster, and they've done a great job since they've gotten here. Phil's probably been our most consistent guy all year, and, he's a silent leader and does things the right way, and I have 0 complaints about anything he does. I absolutely love watching him play. He does things the right way. He works hard. He never stops going, and he's always working hard off the ice and in the locker room too. So very proud of where he's come, especially being a guy that finished the season on elite last year, and now he's a big-time leader for our premier team.
Dawson Carley got a start in goal for your premier team today. It was only his 4th game, but he's had a 2-0 record so far. Didn't get a decision in one of the games he played, but talk about what he did for you in goal today.
I thought he was very good. He had a tough start against Richmond a couple weeks ago, and then he responded today and played extremely well. He stopped the pucks he needed to. He's very good down the line there in the third period. So very happy with his play, and it just shows what a young goalie can do, and I think he's learning a lot from our older guys. And it's fun to watch him get better each week, and I think right now it's a 3-way split between those guys, and I think they're playing really well. But I think Carley's the goalie of the future, and I think he's going to have a great career down the line. But again, he's one of the youngest goalies in the league, so very impressed to see him winning hockey games.
Well, if some of the teams in the Southeast Division were hoping to make some ground up on the Rush this weekend, out of luck. The Rush winning both games, and Trevor, your record now 13-2-0-1, 27 points. You came in with a 6-point lead, and no matter what happens today with Carolina, you'll have 6 or more. So being able to hold that lead, and great start for the Rush Premier this season.
Yeah, we're doing well. And again, at the beginning of the season, we want to be in the driver's seat because we obviously want to win the division and go from there. But, we can't take a night off. Everybody wants to knock us off. And I think, our goal is to stay in the driver's seat throughout the season. We do that and build an early lead. Then, it gives us a little bit of wiggle room throughout the season. But, we have to take care of business and make sure we come ready to go every single night.
Trevor Jewell, head coach and general manager of the Charlotte Rush Premier. A couple of quick questions, Trevor. We'll let you go so you can enjoy this big these victories this weekend. But Rush has an off week this coming week, so what will you work on in practice, and then what will you tell the guys with no games this weekend?
Well, I think the biggest thing for me is we got to work on our compete level. And like I said, I want us to play a full 60 minutes, and we have yet to do that. We've been close, but, we got to work on that. And I think in practice this week, we're going to work on compete level, a lot of battle stuff, a lot of system stuff, because there's some other things we got to get down. Because, there's some things that teams are adjusting to us, and we got to start adjusting to them if they do that. But, again, we can't allow teams to make those adjustments, and we got to keep coming wave after wave. And, we'll work on that stuff this week. And then, obviously, this off weekend, I want guys to go on college visits, which I'll do, and then obviously get healthy because some guys got some sicknesses and things like that, and they got a couple injuries we got to heal up. But at the end of the day, just take a step away from the game. Go be with your family, whatever you might need to do, and just take a breather. And obviously there's life outside of hockey, and I think they got to remember that from time to time.
Yeah, well said, Trevor, for sure. And again, last question for Trevor Jewell. 10 days from now, the Rush will jump on the bus and head up to Boston, Massachusetts for a big showcase event. And Trevor, again, as a coach in this league and even as a player with teams that, the scouts will be there, and the Rush players want to certainly do well if they're looking to get some invites from colleges. So it's a big showcase event for them coming up in Boston.
Yeah, it's exciting. We got a lot of guys that are uncommitted right now, and they're looking for homes next year. So biggest thing for me is going up there and having our guys perform and trying to talk to these schools and get these guys committed to where they need to be and where they want to go and continue the tradition of our program and making sure guys move on to the next level.
Trevor, congratulations. Great weekend for the Charlotte Rush Premier, the first place Charlotte Rush Premier. Thanks again for the thoughts and observations.
Thanks a lot, Tim.
Charlotte Rush, head coach and general manager of the Charlotte Rush Premier, Trevor Jewell. Don't forget to check out our Charlotte Rush social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We also have all of our videos on our Charlotte Rush YouTube channel, as well as our Charlotte Rush website. I want to thank my 2 cameramen who were here today. Yep, we're moving up in the world, just like George Jefferson. We're moving up. We've only had 1 cameraman before. We got 2 now. Scott Reeves and Derek Burke joining us. Thanks, guys, for your work on the cameras. And I'm Charlotte Rush play-by-play announcer Tim Donnelly. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.